What is up guys, Velocity here, and today I'm bringing you a new video here on my channel talking about my experience getting my wisdom teeth taken out these past 2 weeks. It's been a pretty brutal experience, and that's why I haven't uploaded at all these last 2 weeks. It's just that I couldn't work on videos, I couldn't record any commentaries because I couldn't talk very well, and we're going to get into that in the main part of the video. I appreciate all the new supporters coming to check out my channel that have subscribed in the recent months. I want to do a Q&A for some of the new subscribers that are coming in that want to know anything about me, so just if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll go check them out and respond to them in a future video. And stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to talk about my future of making videos and where I'm going to go from here as soon as I leave for college and all that kind of stuff, and what you can expect to see on the channel. So just stick around if you want to hear about that, and let's get right into the video. So my experience getting my wisdom teeth out has been awful, honestly. So I got them out Tuesday the 10th, and the time I'm recording it, it's Thursday the 19th. So it's been about 9 days since I got the wisdom teeth out, and the entire experience has just been awful. All my friends seem to have had really mixed reviews on how they got their wisdom teeth out. I've had people that said it was awful. I've had other people say that they got them out and they were eating pizza that night. So I really didn't know what to expect going into it, but I expected the worst, and I got worse than the worst. So my brother and I got the wisdom teeth out the same day, so we'd kind of recover on a similar pattern. The day that I went in, he went in an hour before me and got his out, so I was kind of there and awake when I heard them taking him out to my dad's car, and my dad took him home, and he seemed to be sleepy. He wasn't loopy or anything, he wasn't doing anything crazy or wild, so I was automatically thinking, okay, well this is a lot different than what I expected. I expected him to come out and just be all crazy and wild like some of my other siblings were, but he wasn't at all. He was just sleepy. So they called me back to go get my teeth out. They laid me on this table, and meanwhile I'm really nervous. They put a heart monitor on me, that kind of thing, the basic doctor's office or any kind of surgery, the basic protocol for that. They laid me down on this table, stretched me all the way back, and I'm continuously getting nervous, more and more so, because I don't like the idea of surgery. And you know, in those situations, the worst case scenario is always running through your head. So they put the laughing gas mask on me. If you guys don't know, it's like one of those breathing masks that goes right on your head, and you just start breathing in the laughing gas to calm you down. And I think it's laced with some of the anesthesia that's supposed to make you go to sleep, and then they give you another shot that's supposed to make you not feel anything. Well, they gave me this laughing gas and they put it over my face, and they're like, well, this should start working immediately, and you should start to kind of start to pass out a little bit. Anytime someone says this is gonna make you pass out, it's not gonna put you in a very comfortable state of mind. So they put this mask over my face, and if you guys don't know, I'm a pretty big dude. I'm 6'9" and about 230. So when they put this mask over my face, I was leaning back in the chair expecting it to start working immediately. And I was just sitting and waiting, and nothing was happening. The two nurses that were in there were trying to talk to me to try to get me kind of mentally unfocused and start to kind of pass out, because I guess they assumed I was fighting it and I was trying to stay awake. I really wasn't. But they kept asking me these questions, these random questions, like about my shoes and, you know, if I was nervous or stuff like that. But it was so cold in there because they turned the AC all the way up and I wasn't moving at all. I was just laying back in the chair that I started shivering, and the heart monitor started going crazy. It started beeping really rapidly, and the lady was like, calm down. And I was trying to tell her, okay, I'm trying to calm down, but it's freezing in here. Why are we doing the surgery in an igloo? So a couple minutes went by and I still hadn't gone down yet. So the lady went over and I saw her turn up a nozzle, and you could tell that she was turning up the amount of laughing gas that we're giving me. And despite the fact that she turned that up, I still didn't feel anything. It took a while for me to actually kind of realize that anything was happening. And then I saw her go over there and turn it up again, and they kept talking to me and asking me these random questions about where I went to school, all this kind of stuff. And I was just thinking, like, why are you asking me all this stuff? Because it's not working. It's not making me go under any faster. And eventually the surgeon came in and he upped the dosage again, and that finally put me under. But it took like 15 minutes for me to actually pass out from the laughing gas, the stuff they were trying to give me. And during this entire period of increasing the anesthesia, I'm just terrified that I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the surgery, because obviously what they're giving me isn't working, so it's gonna wear off quicker. And I was kind of partially right. I didn't wake up in the middle of the surgery, but I do remember walking myself out of the surgeon's office, which is not supposed to be the case. Normally, you're knocked out until you get home. And I remember walking out of the surgeon's office, and I remember walking back into my house and laying down. And so obviously I was in a lot of pain because nothing was numbed anymore, and I got the feeling in my face back really quickly. It was just absolutely terrible. What I'm assuming is that there was an exposed nerve on my right side, but with the gauze in there, it just didn't just hurt the socket where the wisdom tooth was, it hurt all the way down my jawline on the right side, so I could feel it on my front teeth on the bottom, that it was hurting. And my mom was trying to give me something to drink, like a protein shake or something like that. And I tried to take the gauze out and it just started killing me. The stuff, it wasn't like a sharp pain. It wasn't like I was getting stabbed. It was like an aching all the way down my jaw. And so I was kind of thinking, like, what is this pain that I'm feeling? This is not how this should feel. Normally it should only hurt your sockets where the actual wisdom teeth were cut out of. But no, it continued to be like that for a couple days. My jawline was just killing me from where I guess it was the swelling. There might have been an exposed nerve. That's what I tend to think, is that there was a nerve. So I went in a couple days after that and was telling him, you know, this is the issue that I'm having and it's not resolving itself. It's not healing, because the top wisdom teeth and the one on my left side were healing okay and I could feel them healing, but this right side was just murdering me. And I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. I didn't eat a solid meal for 6 days. So what they did is they gave me these little packets. There were gauze strips that were rolled over and they were soaked in some medicine. I don't know what it was. The stuff tasted awful, and they planted it in the back of those sockets. Like, they literally just took a little syringe and like poked them into my sockets, so it's basically stuck in the wound, and it was supposed to numb them out. It didn't work because it still hurt, and I just had to sit with those in for a couple days. Then they took those out. I believe it was Monday they took those out, and that hurt so bad because they literally had to dig into the sockets that had already healed a little bit more, so they were kind of closing up a little bit, and they had to pull those gauze out of there. And that hurt so bad. And then they start doing this rinse. If you guys have never gotten your wisdom teeth out, they give you this syringe with a rinse in it, and you have to stick it back in the hole. Like, you can feel the hole with your tongue. You have to stick the syringe back in the hole and like spray this water out of the syringe, or the chemical they give you, and it's supposed to rinse out those sockets. And it's really weird because any kind of residual food or buildup that's been back there just like squirts out of your mouth when you use this syringe. It's really weird. After that day, it started to get better. Yesterday I had my first physical activity, and I also ate my first meal since the surgery, and so I'm on the road to recovery. When I was exercising, it still felt like there was some kind of like exposed nerve in the back, because every time I take in air, I could almost feel it like against the socket, but down in the socket. I don't know how to explain it. It just didn't feel right. Like, it felt like there was something like sharp in my jawline when every time I breathe in air. But I think I am on the road to recovery. I am able to talk a little bit better. The swelling was immense for the first couple days, and for, you know, the first entire week, everyone was calling me chipmunk, and I just had a really bad time with it. It hurt a lot, but I think I'm kind of getting over it. My brother accelerated his healing way faster than I did. He was pretty much eating full meals by 4 days after the surgery, as it took me, 7 days to actually eat anything after my surgery, just because I couldn't eat it because of that right side. It would hurt so much. Even if I got any water or any kind of fluids in there and it rolled back onto that right side, it would just start, it was hurt for hours after that. But ever since they did that rinse when I went back to the dentist, it's felt so much better, and now I'm on the road to recovery. All 4 of them are healing up properly. I can eat full meals. I just got to sprout the sockets when I'm done. And so that's been my experience getting out my wisdom teeth. If you guys can avoid it, I definitely recommend trying not to get your wisdom teeth out, because it's a bad experience all around. I mean, you might get lucky enough to have a really good experience and have it heal up quickly, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty bad. It's just really tough to deal with for a couple days, and I, regret getting them out, but at the same time, I've also lost some weight during it. I've probably lost about 15 to 20 pounds. I haven't checked the actual scale yet, but I have definitely dropped a lot of weight because I haven't eaten in 7 days. So there were some good things that came out of this entire experience, but if you guys can avoid it, definitely don't go for it. I'd just keep your wisdom teeth in. You'll save yourself a ton of money and a ton of trouble while you're at it. I appreciate you guys checking out this video. I wanted to really quick talk about what my future is going to look like here on this channel. I'm getting ready to head off to college on the 16th of August. I'm moving out to my new dorm room where I'm going to be with a roommate who I do know, but I don't know how much I'll be able to make videos, because I will be playing basketball in college, and so obviously that's going to take up a lot of the time training, actually practicing games, road trips to games, so I'm not sure how often I'll be able to get content up while I'm there. It's really going to just depend on how much free time I have, the availability of my recording setup, because obviously I'm going to be with a roommate. I don't want to be recording videos while he's in the room, but we'll see how that goes. So I appreciate you guys checking out all the videos. I appreciate the support and everything. Just understand that videos might be limited here in the future, but I'm going to get them out as quickly as possible, and I will be coming home on breaks eventually, so I'll be able to record while I'm here. I just wanted to let you guys know that videos might be a little bit different going forward, and that's kind of just where I'm at with my entire life and with my recording setups and with my edits and stuff. So I appreciate you guys checking it out. Thank you for all the support. I've gotten a ton of likes and comments and subscriptions here on my channel recently, and I really appreciate all you guys checking it out. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Velocity. I'm signing out. Peace.